Okay, happy Friday, traders. Welcome. We got the 15-minute countdown, and I hope that you guys are having a great week so far, and a great Friday to start off the weekend. So I hope that you guys are good. See what's up in the chat. We will obviously be trading live. Andre is off today, so it's just going to be me, and appreciate you guys being on. So first things first, I did have my pre-market plan with edgeful as well, but yeah, there's a couple of levels that we are looking at. So let me just let the Discord know that we're live. Morning. What's up? So just me today. You're stuck with me, but let's see if we can find some nice levels to trade off of. So right now, this week has been, I did go over it on my pre-market stream as well, but let's go this month. This week has been pretty up and down for me. Still green, but yeah, just needing to know when to press and when not to. I have put some more in my personal account, as well as trading a lot more prop firm capital. So that's why the bigger numbers. But yeah, I think it's been a good week all in all. We'll see if we can end off the Friday off on a solid note. So some levels that I am looking at on ES. As I said, we did flush there, but I was looking at that above 880 for longs and extension. And then I was looking if we flush down this 870 level back down towards about 850. We got to 856, and now we are bouncing heading into the open. We got the open in 10 minutes, sorry. And we do have USD news at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So please keep that on. The radar. Let's get my daily report card going up here. We will make sure that we get the edgeful screener up, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, quite a hard bounce here. And this is what I've been saying to a lot of the traders this week and on my pre-market stream, is that we haven't really been getting any follow through right now. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me. Dom, Vegas, let me know if you guys can hear me all good your side. But yeah, we haven't been getting any follow through, and that is exactly what we are seeing on this move now. It's been trading level to level. Look how we flush lower. We flush at level that I was looking at 870. Back down, I was thinking about 850, and then we just bounce right back up. So very interesting. Yeah, perfect. You guys can hear me. Shot. Appreciate it. So one of the more frustrating trades that I did take this week was my shorts on NVDA on Wednesday, where we flushed the lows. I get in quite nicely over here. I didn't take profits. I was expecting some more, and that we came back up, respect to opening range high, and I thought I'm still good, back in profit. And then that AI news came out with Microsoft kind of stuffing us up. So a little bit frustrating day on Wednesday, and when was it? Wednesday and Tuesday. So we're going to have to try and bounce back here to, I bounced back yesterday, so it's putting me green on the week, but we're going to have to try and bounce back nicely to just end the week even more green. What's up? Appreciate you guys. RTY the past couple of weeks has been absolutely textbook for the RB. 80%, 82% single break stats with good extension sweeps. Let's have a look at RTY. Should have the data for RTY because I do pay for the CME data. Yeah, and I do. Just give me a thumbs up if this is the live data feed from RTY. It does look like this is live data. I do pay for the Eurex data and the CME data, so this should be good. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is pretty interesting. I must actually get RTY up on my list here, because I do trade the Dow quite a bit, and I was going through the pre-market stream as well. That Dow has actually been pretty nice for me the last month in November. But this has been, as you said, pretty textbook. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, that's moving for sure. Some nice plays here, looks like on RTY as well. This is the Monday stream. So remember, we streamed on Monday. Andre and I took a loss on the first long and then got long again and had a winner. It looks like a similar price action. Have you found any? Yeah, this thing just, when it does trend, it just moves. Oh, very nice. I must actually look at if I can trade this on my personal brokerage account. I know I can trade it with a lot of the prop firms. So that's very interesting. We'll keep that there as well. But levels on ES, as I said, that I'm watching, we just haven't been getting any follow through. And I did mention this on pre-market streams as well. But let's go over this Anthony Crudeli quote here that I like. Changing market environments are where many traders go wrong. What worked for days, weeks, or months suddenly doesn't work for a period of time. And that's when traders force things, overtrade, and lose sight of their long-term goals. They just want to win for the day and keep fighting a battle that they can't win. Everything works sometimes, but nothing works all the time. Believing in that will save you a lot of mental capital and actual capital. And I think that's a really good, perspective to have. Cool. How's your guys' week been? How's your guys' week been so far? Hope that you're keeping well. Everything's all top. Let's see if I can close out the week here with a solid trading session. So we got 5 minutes now till the open. Yeah, that RTY has been looking pretty nice. Tesla's been moving as well. So that'll be something that I'll be looking to trade too. But Tesla's been moving. Tesla has been moving quite aggressively lately as well. We were up 4%, I think, on Wednesday. And maybe that's where I spoke about maybe getting long on Tesla instead of trying to push on that NVDA trade. So I just want to see if I can trade that on my personal trading account, RTY. Let's just have a look. I know I can do it on the prop firms. So let's just have a look. So RTY, let's have a look here. Russell, No, Russell, some other names. Let's have a look here. US indexes. Yeah, US 200 or 2000, sorry. US 2000. Yeah, you can trade it there. Perfect. So let's just put that to my watch list as well. Perfect. Appreciate it. I'm going to definitely be having a look at that. I think sometimes you want to be, buying the strongest index or when you're looking for longs and selling the weakest index when looking for shorts. Any thoughts on that? Meta is moving as well. Yeah, Meta has been moving. Yeah, Meta was up 5% pre-market yesterday. I think they had some news come out or so. But Meta has been moving for sure. I locked in a couple of payouts with some prop firms, been doing well on the personal, so just going to keep on ticking it over. Okay, 3 minutes to open. Any questions in the chat on edgeful? Edgeful have released their edgeful AI. So that's something to take a note of. I think it should be on your guys' back end too. Is there a trial? No, unfortunately, there's no free trial with edgeful. There was, but not anymore. $50. I like the Russell because it's a good benchmark for the US economy because it's based on the 2,000 smallest companies, and the Russell 3000 engineers have been increasingly volatile due to AI. Agreed. Yeah, 100%. You can go check out. So unfortunately, There is no free trial, but I'll show you exactly how you can use it in your real live trading today. Perfect. So we're a couple of minutes out to the open. Let's see what ES is doing. As I said, just no follow through on that. Like if you're looking to continue those shorts there, it's tough. This price is not getting that follow through that we want. 40 seconds now to the open. See if we can find a nice trade to end the week. Yeah, and something also I was mentioning that the volatility has died down in the recent week. We were trading at $50 points ADR on ES. Now we're trading in the 20s. So definitely volatility dying down a bit. But here's the open. Finding assets with a low percentage double break and high percentage single break is magic. Yeah, I agree. So we got the opening bell, a little bit of a mixed bag right now, but ES is climbing, NQ as well. No surprise. The DAX, something interesting to have a look at. The DAX has been roaring this morning as well. That sometimes can be a leader for US markets. Yeah, we are trading higher at the moment with that first 5-minute bar up 10 points almost on the ES chart. Dips are being bought at the moment. Look at this. We've dipped down end of November, and currently we are up 5% since that dip. Remember that massive day where we moved 3%? That was on the Thursday, the 20th of November. Literally after that day, we have not seen lower. For New York session today, 12% on NQ and gold, double break. Yeah. See what the smaller stocks like AMD, AMD is ripping as well. SMCI, looking like we want to bottom out on the daily chart, but we'll have to see. Robinhood. You guys know I love trading individual stocks too. I'm cautious of this level here on ES. I'm cautious of this level here at the moment. So we're going to have to see how we move, if we want to move through it. Yeah, that is interesting with the DAX. I love trading the DAX personally. You find it moves very, very nicely. Sometimes can be quite interesting, but I did mention that Netflix is buying Warner Bros. As well. So that's a crazy deal that I saw pre-market. I brought that up. But yeah, we got some news coming out. Reminder, we got some news coming out at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You never look at the TTM squeeze, James. First time I've heard of it, Vegas. Explain it to me. I love finding out new ways that people trade and how I can maybe add it to my own trading. I'd love to hear it. Beautiful thing about trading is there's so many different ways to trade, right? You know, there's infinite amount of ways of trading. You've got to find what works for you. Let's just go to the previous day's range. So look at this. The previous day's range right now, we've taken out the previous day's highs on quite a few of these tickers, including ES, NQ, Tesla, NVDA. So what does that mean? It basically is, if you go to the report section of here, okay, previous day's range like this, we can see that when the previous day's highs gets taken out, now let's put the daily time frame on there. Okay, so in the last 6 months on ES, when the previous day's highs have been taken out, 68% of the time will close as a bullish closing day, and vice versa for the shorts, 59% of the time. You can go maybe to the New York session as well, and that will change 56 and 67. So I'd really do like that. And that previous day's high is sitting at that white dotted line coming across my screen at the moment. Hourly chart, again, like just look, if you look at the hourly chart on ES right now, dips are just being bought. Look at this. We come down, we buy. Come down, we get bid back up. Again here on Thursday, and again here on Friday as we speak at the minute. So dips are being bought in the indexes right now. You know, just higher lows, clean higher lows on that hourly chart as well. So just showing us that, you know, anytime we want to come down, buyers are just stepping in and taking control. That was that day, the Thursday, the 20th of November, when we shoved down, and we've just been making moves since then. I still am, we kind of are trading, and I don't use this much in my trading, but we are kind of trading in like a level like this, where it's kind of, you know, like wanted to see if you want to break out. But I am watching this level at the moment. And then there was that level down here that I was mentioning too. So eyes on that as well. Yeah, Vegas, I'd love you to explain that one to me. We're not going to go too long today. We'll probably go for an hour into the open and then see what we do get. You guys know I love using the opening range with VWAP, and that's kind of what I love looking at along with the edgeful data, right? YM has been the more bearish of the three major indexes more recently. So it'll be interesting to see what we do get at these levels. Yesterday, we flushed down hard on YM. We flushed literally, we literally flushed 100 points in, 40 minutes yesterday on YM. Even less probably. 15 minutes, 20 minutes in YM. And we have been holding this level at the moment, this 48K level, 47,950. But yeah, anyone that's going to be in America next year, I am coming through for a seminar to speak at, which Brian Shannon, the founder of VWAP, will be speaking at as well. So that's pretty cool. We did release that yesterday. So get him up here. There you go. So he did notify everyone yesterday. You can see over here. I'm honored to be part of Austin's event. And yeah. That's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. But yeah, see how markets are still respecting this level, even ES right now. My plan's probably to wait for that news to come out at 10 Eastern time before looking for anything. Anyone got any thought process right now? Any levels that you guys are looking at? Interesting to see RTY now trading lower, whereas the other indexes are putting higher. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so still finding resistance at this level, 880 on ES. There you go. We've got wait for the next 5-minute bar for the first 15 minutes to be set, the opening range high and low. We'll look for positions from there. YM starting to rally a little bit, clearing that level. I am worried about buying it at the highs there. There's an indicator on TradingView called the TTM Squeeze Pro, which shows low volatility squeezer, which indicate the breakout. The line squeeze on the 5-minute 15. Okay, nice. TTM Squeeze. Let's have a look there. Okay. Interesting. Someone might have mentioned that to me then because I favorite it. Interesting. Okay. I'll have a look at that. I'm going to look at all my charts. We'll definitely have a look at that. NQ finding a little bit of resistance up at the highs there. Again, breakout trades haven't really been working. Just what I've been seeing from this week. I'm going to have a look at that. Appreciate it, Vegas. Are you actually based in Vegas? Yes, again, off that level. And again, I think something also to speak of, I did mention this pre-market, but let's just bring it up as well. So why maybe sitting on the hands for now. Not a bad idea. Over the years, I've learned the less I trade, the happier I'll be. I do not need to catch every price change and wiggle. I can't try and catch every move. Markets are a constant river of opportunity. All I have to do is grab my chunk, protect it, and grow. And that comes from Pax, who obviously, for those that know on Twitter, is a great one of the old pit traders. Born and raised. I'd love to visit Vegas one day. I've actually never been to the States, so next year will be my first time in the States. Not coming through Vegas side, but I'd love to go there in the near future. That's for sure. Yeah, so that NQ level, ESL holding up a little bit better than YM at the moment. Funny enough, I've actually got my Las Vegas Raiders pants on at the moment. So reading on when Bollinger Bands are inside the Keltner channel. I've heard of the Keltner channel indicating no volatility and potential pop coming. Interesting. I'm definitely going to go do some research on that. I've written it out. Okay, we've got 3 more minutes to the opening range break. All sets, opening range will set, and then we'll see what we do get from there, where our high and low is. You guys know, for reference sake, if we do have an opening range high like this, okay, I can show you from my trade yesterday, but we've got an opening range higher, opening range low. You guys love it when I get retests and look to trade that. Same as the breakouts for the longs, right? That's what I'm looking for in terms of my trades. So yesterday on ES, can go here. I shorted over here, and I mentioned this pre-market, and luckily I had a wider stop, but I shorted the break of that opening range low, so something like this. And VWAP, and I had my stop at the highs, and I ended up getting out at 840, so down like this on that flush down. Okay, 1 minute till the RB sets here. No, oh, sorry, not RB. RB will. I usually for my screener on edgeful like to wait until that first hour sets, and then we can get a more, true reflection of what the tickers are doing over here in terms of the opening candle continuation. You guys know I love that stat. Right, first hour bullish, look for longs. First hour bearish, look for shorts. NVDA trading lower. Yeah, NVIDIA selling off here. So that could definitely bring markets lower. Keep that in mind. There was actually a day on Tuesday. Where was it? Yeah. Tuesday where we traded underneath. Okay. Guys were looking for longs on my stream that I do stream on Tuesdays through Wednesdays and Thursdays. Guys were looking for long, but I was looking at NVIDIA trading underneath the New York Open View app. We end up shoving down on NVIDIA, and that's where we end up getting the shorts on the indexes. So if we go over there, and I trade a little bit too heavy on some of my accounts, but managed to get the shorts on later on in that off that short on some other accounts. But that was on Tuesday. Let's go here. That was it over there, and I end up getting the shorts like this off the highs back down towards the lows. Guys were looking for breakouts, but I was I was just wary of NVIDIA trading lower. Okay, we got the opening range set now. We're still trading inside it. As I said, we've got 15 minutes till that news, so probably we'll be waiting for that to be released, and then we go from there. 78% red there based on the 5-minute close. That's super interesting. That is super interesting. Yeah, 50-minute. Okay, let's have a look there. So let's go to the opening candle continuation. Let's go to, let's actually add RTY here. And then what's it? 50 minutes. Yeah, we can customize that. Let's go 50 minutes. Oh, by weekday as well. Yeah, 69% if the first 50 minutes is red, and then 31, and then 68%, and then by weekday. Yeah, there we go. Friday. Wow. Yeah, I got it as 90% actually. If Friday's first 50 minutes closes bearish in the first hour, first 15 minutes, then we have a 90% in the last 6 months, obviously. Are you probably looking like year to date or so? Yeah, look at that. Wow. First 50 minutes closes bearish on RTY. On a Friday, in the last 6 months, we'll close the day red as well. That's super interesting. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, the 50 minutes wild. 90%, dude. That's pretty crazy. Look at that. The last 6 months, by weekday, and with a 50-minute closure on opening candle continuation, if the first 50 minutes is red, call it 91% of the time we close as a red closing day. And it does look very bearish, I must admit. That does look pretty good. As I said, NVIDIA trading lower, so would not be surprised to see indexes tumble over here. But obviously, we've got the news coming out too, so let's just be wary of that. News out in 12 minutes. Yeah, look at, yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be dependent on what the news comes out and does to markets. That's for sure. I have found in my trading stats as well. If you go to my stats from last month, okay, let's go to my stats from last month. Let's go dashboard. Let's go last month. Okay, if you look at my reports and we go to my day and time, my best trading time. So for me in South African time, the US market open is at 4:30 p.m. and I can see my best trade times actually come in that first 30 minutes or an hour and a half into the open. You see that? So knowing that as one, I use TradeZilla for my stats and everything like that. But I find that it really does help. In fact, actually, in that next, let's go by 30 minutes. Entry time 30 minutes. Yeah, look at that. First 30 minutes of the market open hour, or again an hour into the market open. I don't do well in that off from 30 minutes to an hour into the open. So from 10 to 10:30, I don't do well in that. I'm actually negative on that. Whereas after that, I'm green. So sometimes just waiting for that obviously does help. So 10 minutes Seattle news, 9 minutes give or take. When I feel like I'm just letting the markets come to me, I also do a much better job in finding cleaner entries personally. So anyone got any questions? Anyone got any questions right now? On anything edgeful related? I've been logging my pre-trade and post-trade mood and I found a really significant correlations from my P&L to having bad days. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know about you Vegas, but I got a wife and son, and sometimes when life's busy off the desk, it can really maybe no sleep and you haven't had a good rest. Definitely does impact my trading decisions, at least for me. SA40 index actually ripping today. Oh, look at that. Yeah, absolutely ripping. Yeah, look at that. This is a nice index to trade personally for me. I enjoy trading this SA40 index. It does tend to trend well. Obviously, South African markets, but when you find trend on this, it definitely does set up very, very nicely. Look at this 15-minute chart. Like when you get trend, it just tends to, you can find some very, very clean moves for sure. Yeah, we'll be bidding high here on ES, taking out those highs, heading into news. 7 missile news. Taking out these levels here on ES and NQ. RTY coming back up now, but look at this. We got an opening range high break. My algo might trigger for this. You guys know about the edgeful algos. Jeez, look at this 1 hour bar on NQ. This 1 hour bar on NQ is literally 186 points. Maybe you could have found a long or VWAP there, but we're still inside the range. So it's a little bit of a tough one. We've got 5 minutes now till news, so I'm just going to wait for that to print. There you go, Milo. It went off for the NQ longs on the algo. I'm surprised Andre hasn't pushed the platform to more affiliates, like trading influencers to push the platform more. I feel like not enough people know about edgeful. Yeah, I think that's why we're doing the streams now, to actually show guys how we are using it in real time, right? I guess also they want to be picky with who they do affiliate themselves with, for sure. But I agree, it's a great platform. What all reports work in choppy market conditions? I've been struggling this week. I think tighter take profits. Tighter take profits. It doesn't need TGR pushing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Those Muppets. Yeah, because at the end of the day, all you have is your reputation, right? You get you get known for partnering with rug pullers and stuff like that. You lose your reputation very quickly. And this business is about people, trading. Although we had to trade, and we are responsible for clicking our own buttons in it. But when you are building trading companies like Edgeful and that, you want to be aligned with decent people. So NQ coming back into the range now, and we do have 4 minutes till the news release. Okay, 4 minutes till the news release. Okay, we've got under 2 minutes now till the news release. We're just waiting for that to come out. See, interesting, your RTY Vegas is still looking pretty bearish, even though we have been moving high on ES and NQ and YM. YM just straight up since the open, literally 150 points. NVDA pulling back a little bit. Okay, a minute now till the news. Let's see. inflation. So we got inflation news that definitely will shake up the markets, or it should. Higher right now. Tough to fade this momentum. Yeah, so I got a little bit of pop here. NASDAQ popping a little bit back down. YM as well popped to the high side. Yeah, little pop on RTY and straight back down. NVDA doesn't look bullish. I'll just say that right now where we're sitting. We are sitting at this weekly VWAP on NVIDIA, so it is a price that could provide support, but does not look bullish at the moment. Weekly VWAP is this blue dotted line coming across my screen. What's Tesla doing? Tesla also not looking particularly great at the minute. Tesla and NVIDIA come down, we could see them tumble. Just sitting on my hands right now. Don't really have a clean, I wouldn't want to buy here, at least for what I'm looking at. Sure, Andrea would probably say the same. We're pretty overextended. If I want to be buying, I should have been buying pre-market up over there with like a, or down here with like a stop at the low. But I don't really like holding trades into the open, personally. We'll see if we find a trade. Again, I'm not going to take a trade because I've been streaming for like 4 years now, so I'm not going to take a trade just for the sake of taking one. That's for sure. But yeah, we are moving high on the indexes. Very, very tough to fade this momentum. You're looking for like a Tesla. If NVIDIA wants to pop higher as well, maybe a long on that wouldn't be bad. But yeah, what's Bitcoin doing? Let's have a look what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin down 1% today so far. Getting a little bit of a pop there. Gold trading higher. No surprise. RTY now getting that pop too. Anyone taken any trades yet? I mean, obviously long would be the play if you had. Yeah, no trades yet. Yeah. Always waiting out the first hour. That's not a bad decision, I must say. Probably find more clean price action. Okay, NVDA as well popping a little bit here. Tesla 2 still, but still Tesla is still inside its opening range. Yeah, it's tough heading into news hour. I could see that gap fill on NQ. Gap fill would be down at back down here. It's tough. The longs have just, as like I said in pre-market, long like dips have just been bought on these indexes. Google up 1%. Apple not really doing too much. Yeah, it's tough to fade this momentum right now. Even the DAX moving higher too. 93% chance NVDA retraces to 9 o'clock open before 11 a.m. Stats ain't making sense today. May just lock out. Yeah. Yeah, I always say to myself, like, I want to pay the edgeful statistics, obviously, but you also want to align it with price action for entries, right? So use the data, but then use the edgeful price action, the price action to align with the edgeful data. See, I wouldn't be looking to buy at this level for me personally right now. So I could see why you wanted to pay the gap fill stats. This is very tough to short also at this level, too, right? Unless you start seeing some signs that we want to fade away. Okay, so now starting to hold up. A video with the bounce, but still inside its opening range. Probably have the low made first on NQ and green opening candle at 81% chance for single break. If it stays away, I'm looking for longs. Yep. Wait for the RB. Yeah, RB will be set in the next 23 minutes. Now, okay, so I did speak about this, how I like to use previous days highs and lows. This is interesting now on YM, where so price loves to do three things. Price loves to, break out and trend, break out and reverse, or break out and consolidate. And I showed examples of that on, I think it was Monday's stream or so, or even yesterday's pre-market. But price that breaks previous day's highs, because that does trigger high time frame traders into the markets when we break out of previous day's high and low levels. So price could either break this high and look to trend on YM, or could break out and reverse. Okay, reverse back down, or break out and just consolidate. We can see that on multiple levels. Here we go. Look at yesterday. We broke outside of previous day's highs and we reversed back down on YM. Right? Break out of previous day's highs, reverse. Let's go to, here we go. Wednesday, break out and we trend. And then here's one again where we break out of previous day's highs and then we kind of just consolidate, really. So again, here's another one where we break out of previous day's lows and then we just kind of consolidate. So those levels are definitely levels of interest that I like to look for. It's much easier when there are two people on stream for sure. So I'm going to miss Andre a little bit. So definitely a level on YM that I'm looking at. We could maybe get a fade back towards the 48K level. We're all back near all-time highs on YM as well. All-time highs is just 200 points away. But again, if I can't find a trade in the first hour, you guys have also seen me just sitting on my hands, not getting induced into anything that is poor quality, right? I'm interested in this level and why I'm just see what we do. Something that could be quite nice is like a short like this. The stop's just above the highs because you know if it runs back up, you know you're wrong. Yeah, as always, rapid eye movement. Yeah, appreciate you being on stream. Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, the first hour, if there's nothing really too obvious, I'm not going to look to take it. How's your? I hope your week been good. I hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you on. I'm on stream on Monday again. Yes, as well, starting to top out here a little bit. Also on the daily time frame, if you look, this is kind of where we also fell off of in the middle of November. This level 2. See some of the other stocks, SMCR trading higher, Palantir breaking out. That looks pretty nice. AMD was moving higher too. So maybe some individual stock names that could be on in play today, a little bit more over than the indexes. And NASDAQ just continuing to make new highs. There you go. So my algo took a win on NASDAQ. There you go. So you just saw that alert come through. So 2 wins today, one on the DAX, one on the NQ on my algo trading with edgeful. So it's obviously nice when you don't have any discretional trades and just want to let the data do the thing completely without micromanaging or anything, right? Can you explain the algo trading? For sure. So the algo trading with edgeful, if you come to the algos, basically what they do, okay, is they trade for you. Now, I don't know why this is showing as incomplete. I've obviously completed all of them. But I've got my algo set up. And basically what this does is based on backtested data, you can set your algos to trade for you. So I use the orb algo where an alert will trigger from TradingView to my TraderVate account and look to take my trades. You can also do to your Project X accounts, but I use the TraderVate accounts and I'll look to take the trades for you based on backtested data on the orb break. So if and you can alter the settings in the back end, everything like that for you to actually be able to have a profitable trading system without you having to touch anything. So let's get this up here. There should be, yeah. So there's a couple of videos that, and they explain it's all fully, video library for you to show how to actually do it. But I want to get that YouTube video up. Let's try and find it here for you. Let's try and get that video for you. I think it is this one. Yeah. So this will explain how the algos work. Go check that out. Which one do you take now? I'll trade the orb algo with edgeful at the moment. So that's the one that I use, but they do have six different algos that can trade based on backtested data for yourself without you having to touch anything, which is pretty cool. Same subscription you pay or separate to the algo? It's additional, so you got the $50 a month for the normal edgeful, and then it's another $250 for the algos on top of it. You're taking trades based on backtested data. It does it all. You could be on the beach sipping a nice beer, and it can be taking trades on your account for you based on the backtested data that you put into it. Right? I've been doing it since August. I'm green on my personal account on it, and it's going along really, really nicely. There's no holy grail in trading, but it is nice to have something that's running along in the back end when maybe I am too tired to be trading or I'm off the desk, and I can just take trades based off of that backtested data. Well, I'm definitely slowing down here at the previous day's high. So it's just something I'm looking at. Right now, I'm just going to continue sitting on my hands, though, at the minute. We'll give it another 10 or so minutes, guys, maybe until the 1:30, and then if I haven't found anything, I might be sitting on my hands for the rest of the day. Let's see. Is it possible to use the algos with RBKR? That I'll have to check. Let me ask the team here. I'm just asking the team right now for you guys. And if we can get it, we'll definitely get that up for you guys for RBKR. It's a good question there. Okay, so Andre did mention that on the stream earlier. RBK interactive brokers in the works, but it's a long process from Andre previously. Perfect, brilliant. Perfect. Okay, guys. So yeah, at the moment, I'm wary of shorting it. I don't want to buy it at these levels, but I am wary of shorting it because I would be fading momentum. I'm green on the week so far. I think it's 7K or something like that. Right now. So let's go this month. So I am wary of just looking to just sling it. I do want to, I've locked up a couple of payouts on the prop firms, and I do want to get some more over the line for some more payouts to end up the year quite nicely. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely be playing on the more cautious side, particularly with volume down as well. So yeah, see why I'm respecting these previous days highs for sure. RBKR has a PDT rule for accounts under 25k if you trade futures and options. Yes, that probably also has something to do with it. If you put in 10k in a brokerage account, which you can still make a lot of money on 10k. Personally, on futures, I would never put more than 100k in a futures brokerage account. It's just it's just really unnecessary. But yeah, I mean, you're putting in 10k, you could probably make more than 10k a month on that personal account, depending on what sizes you are trading at. But yeah, look at that. We respect the previous day's highs, now looking to break through it. So I'm just going to sit flat. I think it's probably the wiser decision right now. I don't want to be buying at these levels. I wouldn't be. For me, even if it runs, it's not my move. I'd rather buy an individual stock like a Tesla or something like that. Surprised there is a PDT rule on futures. I used Tasty Trade before, and that did not apply. And futures also works with no PDT rule. Yeah, so you could put that in, with the TraderVate accounts, and that would work really, really nice because they have TraderVate access for the algos. PDT only applies to stocks and index options, and i.e. SPX. Yeah. See what NVDA, the only Mag 7 stock that is trading red on the day right now. Yeah, good self-awareness there, Dom. I've locked out. These are days where I go on tilt. I agree with you. If I miss a move and I look to try and chase, those are the days that sometimes I do get smoked. I agree with you 100%. Those are the days that sometimes you look to force a trade that isn't there. And if you come back in the trading day and you wanted to take a trade, for example, a short on YM or whatever it is, and you see it's not your trade, but you're just doing it for the sake of it, that's probably when you are best to just lock out. Remember that you don't have to trade every single day to make money. Unlike most stuff online, you don't need to do that. You don't need to, you need to be trading your best trading setup. So I remember my best month with prop firms, I did like 50 grand in payouts. It was about 2 years ago. I traded 6 days of the month, but I had quite a bit of prop firm accounts to be able to do that. And only trading 6 days out of the month, to do that, just show that you don't need to be in every single move, just the best moves possible. So I agree with that. Good self-awareness there, Dom. I just want to show you the edgeful screener. So that comes up here after the first hour. At the moment, obviously, we're looking bullish, but I would like to show the first hour, just how the screener sets up. And then we can call it here. I'm not seeing too much at the moment that I'm really, really hot on. Cheers, bro. Have a good weekend, everyone. Yeah, 100% Dom. Take it easy, bro. So 5 minutes till the RB sets. Very new. Yeah. If you can explain how you use the RB with edgeful. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Eddie? So the RB with edgeful, essentially what you would be looking for is after that first hour prints, and you can get the RB up like this. Okay. Just wait for it to load. You would be looking for a breakout of one side, okay, and looking for retracement, and then looking to play that continuation. Personally, how I use the RB is if the first hour is bullish, I'm looking for longs. If the first hour is bearish, I'm looking for shorts. But on days like this where we are overextended, you could also use the RB to use it as a market to trade off of. So maybe if you want shorts back to the lows, you could use a stop at that RB high. So there's multiple ways you can use the RB. Personally, for me, I do enjoy like where let's just say we break the RB low, I look for extension on pullbacks. I look for continuation on pullbacks. If we break the highs, I look for continuation on pullbacks. So that's essentially how I use the RB. I do prefer the orb though, as mentioned. And the trading view indicators come with edgefill, or they're free. They come with edgefill. So you have to have the edgefill, and then on the left-hand side there, you get trading view indicator access as well as the Ninja Trader indicator access. And then you get access to all of those indicators on that do come with edgefill, like this orb indicator, everything. It sets it for me every single day, which is pretty neat. Yeah, YM's rolling over here. YM rolling over all those previous days' highs. So it's definitely something that I'm interested in, as mentioned. Yeah, of course. Good to have you on. Eddie, the AI is pretty nice. It's obviously going to still be developed and everything, but the edgeful AI is looking pretty neat at the moment. I enjoy it. But yeah, like you can, what are the most top 10 reports? And you can ask it questions like, what is the highest probability? Give me the 5 top percentage probability stats and so forth. See if NQ and ES are topping out a little bit. They are. See, let's drop down to the 1 minute chart here. I'm just scared of buying it and then just bids right back up. 2 minutes until the initial balance, the first hour set as well. Yeah, Eddie, I think asking the questions like that definitely will help in terms of looking at different ways that you can play the market. But again, like going to what I was saying today, like, on my thought process, yeah, just based on this tweet, I don't need to be looking to trade every single day. I know it looks fun and sexy sometimes, but unfortunately, I'm here to make money. I'm playing to make money, not to win trades and look cool. I'm trading to make money long term, right? So if I have to sell my hands, I will. Which days do you all stream on edgeful? Mondays and Fridays on edgeful, and then I'm live in my trading room, my own one, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So live here Monday and Friday with edgeful, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm live in my trading room. You can use the code FIRST for a free month. That link is in my bio on my social media as well. YM is the only index with negative delta on my cumulative volume delta indicator. What can you get the indicator? What indicator do you use? CVD, hey? Is it this one? Okay, let's have a look here. How can you see the CVD? Like, what is the, like, how can you see the CVD? Is that the indicator that you use or not? I'll be interested just to have a look at it. Yeah, I like using the CVD as well. Is that the indicator that you use or not? Is it a different indicator? You can just give me that indicator that you do use, please. I see there's some made by actual TradingView itself. Okay. Who made the one that you use? I mean, you can use this one. Let's get that one up. No, so it's not that one. The one by TradingView. Okay, so CV and is it this one? Where do you see what the CVD is actually lying at? Mondi. That's CVD candles. Is it this one here? This top one? Is that the correct one? Stuffed. Okay, so the CVD is still okay. So you can look. The CVD is actually still positive. Okay, is it this one here, the top one? Yeah. Okay, so CVD is still positive at the moment. Above that, it's above that north baseline, but it is coming down. I do see that. Yesterday we did dip into the negative on the CVD here. Let's see NQ CVD. Yeah, NQ CVD obviously printing way higher. Okay, interesting. You can obviously also get the CVD I have heard with Bookmap, right? But you look at NQ just putting right back up. That's why I'm scared of that long on that short on wine. But let's have a look at the edgeful screener right now. You can see it if we just select all, and then I want daily bias selected on. We can actually see this is what will print the screener, and this is what I like to look at. There you go. So you can see very, very bullish day right now. 63% chance for bullish on my screener and 8% for the bears. So if we do roll over, it'll obviously be an anomaly where it goes against it. But yeah. Okay, I was looking at the DIA ETF, which is YM ETF. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you just go to the 1 minute time frame as well, I could definitely see possible rollover on this too. But yeah, I appreciate you guys' time. We'll probably close it up here in the next minute or so. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being on. I'll be again live on Monday with edgeful. So Mondays and Fridays, I'm live with edgeful. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, my own live trading room. RTY just broke the RB high, 100% SP stat based off size. My entries at 8% retracement. Oh, but yeah, okay, so there we go. Yeah, RTY definitely looking really, really bullish at the moment. Yeah, look at YM starting to just trickle over a little bit, but there's not enough selling pressure for me to be hopping in on that. Anthony, thanks for being on. We'll see you Monday. Andrew will be off Monday again, but I'll be on. Come with your questions. Yeah, appreciate it. Good stream, helpful discussion points. Thanks. Appreciate you guys being on. And again, like even when there's no trades, I think even being able to, say like, look, I'm not in anything at the moment, but showing discipline, showing what I'm looking at, being able to have discussion points that I come with about, learning to read the market environment, trade when, your setups are presenting, and taking one day at a time. I think the biggest thing for me right now, is not putting so much emotional attachment and your identity in your trading results. You have a great trading day, you feel like King Kong. You have a losing trading day, you feel like shit. So not having to put your emotional identity in your trading. A lot more than your trading. Obviously, we're here to make money and we want to make money long term. And that doesn't mean you have to find a trade every single day. The market's always going to be 20 years ago, there wasn't even institutional brokers or, that were available for retail. So trading's only going to get bigger and better. And if you have a skill like this, where you can make money from anywhere in the world, it's such a pleasure. So appreciate you guys being on stream. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Cheers, guys. I appreciate your time. Cheers, guys.